Now I'm recording.
Now you're recording, okay. So my name's Jared. I live in Nixon, Missouri. I'm here in Springfield with Ra, which is completely awesome. So I'm a former Mormon. I was a convert to the religion, completely devout, 100% committed member of the church. I was sealed in the temple to my wife, and then I started questioning. I moved to Utah. I lived there for several years. And
that's what committed Mormon.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I looked around me and said, "This is not the way things should be." I met a coworker and realized she was not a Mormon, and I was like, "Awesome!" I was excited she was not a Mormon, and I was like, "Ugh, that's not good. I shouldn't be excited. This coworker is not a Mormon." And so I knew there was something up. I started at one point questioning. The second you're a Mormon, you start questioning, it's over. So years went by. I led a ministry. I became a Christian pastor who
you were not. When you say Christian, you were not Mormon anymore.
No. I
actually Mormons think that they're Christian.
Correct. No, I realized that as I was a Mormon, I was not a Christian, and I left the church. 100% resigned my membership and the religion. Completely left, became a licensed Christian pastor, and led a ministry that was all about converting Mormons to Christianity, and was all about that for a number of years, and then started studying Catholicism, and I was all about that for a while, making Catholics into traditional biblical Christians, and then I got into converting atheists or non-believers into Christians, and that's when I began losing the argument over and over and over. I had a coworker who had left Mormonism. He and I had repeated conversations. He was sending me videos to Christopher Hitchens, Ra, Seth Andrews. A number. Yeah, you heard of him. A number of people, and when you start clicking on those videos, and you listen to 5 minutes of them, and you have to stop the video because it is messing with your worldview, and then that's when you have to realize there is a problem here. There's an issue, and so today I can't claim I know what's true or not true. I can't claim why we're here, where we came from, any of those things. I don't know. But what I do know is that any of the world's religions to me don't make any sense. There's no way that an all-knowing, all-living God created all of this just so that most people can go and burn forever.
Most of them.
That just makes no sense. Matthew 7, Ra knows it well for sure. It just doesn't make any sense, right? An all-knowing, all-living God wouldn't do that. And so again, I don't know why we're standing here. I think this is complete and total coincidence. I think the universe is ruled by random chaos, and that we don't know what happens when we die. But for some reason tonight on the streets of Springfield, Missouri, I run into Ra, and I recognized him, and we're just sitting here talking, and whatever happens from here, I'm fine with it. What I do not want to be in the presence of, some sort of a God that requires that we just bow down to him and worship him forever, while the vast majority of everyone who has ever lived burns forever. That sounds horrific.
Being a God and demanding that everybody worship you.
No.
And then burning them if they don't worship you.
So I have 7 children. I have multiple grandchildren. Believe it or not, I have, through marriage, great-grandchildren. There is nothing that
and I thought I was old.
I'm 43. It's a whole story. But there's nothing any of them could...
There's nothing else to do in Springfield, Missouri.
And my wife's hot. She is. So okay. There you go. There's nothing any of them would ever do that would make me want them to burn forever. There's no crime anyone can ever commit. One of my kids was like, what could someone do that would result in them burning forever? And I was like, that's a great point. There's no crime that would warrant that punishment. Period. So
Yeah.
there you go. So again, but people believe what they want to believe. I don't have a major problem with any of it as long as you don't demand that other people to believe in that same thing, right? I have friends and family that are devout Christians, and that's fine as long as you don't demand that I believe in the same thing. So I think that Aaron Raw here is a good guy who wants the best for everyone. I think most people want that same thing, and as long as we know there's no force in what people believe or what they're doing, then we're all right. So
Sweet. Thank you very much for that.
you're welcome.